Welcome back to Omerta Files. Today we are diving into the story of Frank Costello, the man known as the Prime Minister of the Underworld. Unlike many of his contemporaries, Costello preferred influence over violence, and his ability to move in political and business circles made him one of the most underrated figures in Mafia history. Frank Costello was born Francesco Castiglia in Italy in 1891 and immigrated to New York as a child. Like many young immigrants, he grew up in tough neighborhoods, surrounded by gangs and street crime. But while others relied on muscle, Costello quickly learned that brains and diplomacy could take him further than bullets. By the 1920s, during Prohibition, Costello was deeply involved in bootlegging. But what set him apart was his vision. Instead of ruling by fear, he built networks of trust and influence. He developed close ties with politicians, judges, and even police officers, earning him a reputation as the mobster who could get things done without drawing attention. Costello became an important ally of Lucky Luciano. And when Luciano reorganized the American Mafia into the Commission, Costello became a key player. He eventually rose to lead the Luciano crime family after Luciano's imprisonment, which later became known as the Genovese family. What made Costello unique was his approach. He focused on gambling, legitimate investments, and political influence rather than high-profile violence. He poured money into slot machines, horse racing, and casinos, building a steady flow of income while avoiding the spotlight that other gangsters craved. Costello's nickname, the Prime Minister of the Underworld, came from his ability to connect the mob with political power. His influence reached into New York's highest offices, allowing him to protect his operations and broker deals quietly. While others made headlines, Costello pulled the strings behind the scenes. But power always attracts enemies. In the 1950s, rival boss Vito Genovese made his move to take over. In 1957, Costello survived an assassination attempt when a bullet grazed his head. Shaken, he chose to step back, famously telling reporters, "I paid my dues." He retired from active leadership, but remained a respected figure until his death in 1973. Frank Costello's story is often overshadowed by louder and more violent mobsters, but his legacy is one of strategy, diplomacy, and influence. He showed that power in the underworld was not always about who carried the biggest gun, but who had the sharpest mind and the deepest connections. Subscribe to Omerta Files for more Mafia history, true crime, and stories from the underworld.